Hey guys, good morning. Today is a super exciting day. By the time this video is being available for you to watch, my new Shadows of You track will be released, and you might know that I'm already looking for quite some time forward to share it with you. I hope you will like it, so let's head to the studio and get some work done.
Different places, different worlds, nothing left, just empty words. Back for breath, barely touch, nothing ever is enough.
The free tram ticket app is running again. The headphones are still really good. Today we'll be mostly taking care of business things, organizing stuff that has to do with the release of the track. So I was thinking about showing you how I've actually made the track and tell you everything about it. The song is called Shadows of You featuring Ella. Ella is the singer and songwriter that did an amazing job on the vocals and the lyrics. I think like 3 months ago I got a folder with different vocals in it, and these ones were really standing out for me, so I picked them to make a track out of it. Sometimes as a music producer you first make the instrumental, then send it out and get vocals back. Sometimes the vocals already exist, as it was in this case. I just really love them. I love the deeper and darker vibe. It perfectly fits to the time of the year right now, and it also fits perfectly for the style I'm going for. I think I got the vocal wave files a couple of days later and started jamming along to the vocals, trying to come up with a chord structure, the first melodies, and just build everything around the vocals. You know what, let me open up Logic and just show it to you. It's probably easier than just talking about it. It should be right here in my all tracks folder, right here with all of the other final tracks. And I have here the original Logic file, the mastered file, the pre-mastered file, and an older alternative mix. So let's just open up the Logic file. I don't know why, but I love it when Logic opens. This is the entire song. All of these light green parts are the vocals. I got all of the vocals just in one track, one file. I cut them up and put them on different tracks to treat them differently, and also to get rid of all of the noises in between of the words, all of the clicks that were left, and also to be able to give them different effects on different parts of the song. For example, let's just listen to the vocals in the first verse.
Different places, different worlds, nothing left, just empty words.
They have a lot less effects going on top of them, a lot less reverb, a lot less delay, because they're standing there pretty much alone, just with the distorted piano and the arpeggiator. So you will be able to hear the effects without a problem. Now let's listen to the chorus part.
Oh, I need more than the shadow of you. You're like cigarette smoke in a dark and empty room. You're tearing me apart, and the beating of my heart is broken from a ghost I can see right through.
There's a lot more stuff going on at the same time, so I used more effects. I tried to put chorus on top of the vocals to make them wider and bigger, just to open up the entire chorus part and have a lot of contrast to the verse. The drums on this track are quite simple. I didn't want to make them too hectic to take anything away from the vocals. I just have a simple fall to the floor beat with a kick, clap, some hi-hats, and 2 loops with a couple of glitch sounds just to make it interesting in the top end. The only part that is a bit different is the bridge part. This is my drum sequencer playing the normal beat. Here in the bridge part, the rhythm of the kick is changing. I just felt this is something that was needed at that point in the track. The bridge is usually the one part that is sticking out the most of a track, and also the vocals were a bit differently in this part. I also put different effects on them. I distorted them a lot more than in the other parts. Next up, the chord progression, which is kind of the foundation of every song. I've just chosen for them a nice clean piano sound. And the root notes are also played by a nice subby bass. Which I've made with the Diva synth. There's also a nice little ARP melody that pops in and out of the track at certain points where I just felt that there is something needed to create a bit more atmosphere and to give it a melodic feel. I have here also nice strings that just play the same notes as the piano. The biggest problem on this track that I had was implementing my guitar sound and still have the vocals play at the same time. So I tried to play them in a very muted way. I cut it away with an EQ, a lot of the frequencies out of the guitar to have more room for the vocals. I also filtered them quite down, especially where the vocals are playing at the same time. And then right after the chorus vocal part is the second part coming. That is just a small instrumental part where you can hear the guitar a lot more, and the guitar is topped off with a synth sound. This blue part right here is the E guitar with all of the effects on top of it. I really had to cut the high frequencies up to 1300 Hz to give enough room for the vocals that are just here on top.
I need more than the shadow of you.
As you can hear, the vocals are way louder. They are the main part. Here in the chorus, the guitar is just supporting them. But here in this part, you have the guitar a lot louder, a lot more present, and on top of it, this synthy sound. Just the guitar with the synthy, and there is some automation on it so that the synthy is opening up with the cutoff. And a nice delay that just transitions nicely into the next part of the song. The last parts on this track are the effect sounds. I didn't use a whole lot, just where it was really needed to create a transition or a bit of tension. I'm not the biggest fan of using a lot of effects and have them in the foreground. I think it sounds a bit cheap, so I like to keep it all subtle. The entire track starts with a nice rising effect sound.
Different places, different worlds, nothing left.
This effect sound sounds a bit like an LFO sound, but it was actually made with the guitar, reversed, a lot of reverb on top of it, and then just faded in. To introduce the chorus, I've used the same effect sound, added a crash, a reversed head, and a white noise. And now with the rest of the elements.
Out of promise. I need more.
By the way, if you're interested in more detail how this track was made day by day, step by step, you can just go back 3 months and start watching the videos. Making a track like this always starts quite messy with a lot of melodic ideas, a lot of different parts, a lot of different versions. And day by day you kind of narrow it down to something that is working really well together and doesn't have anything in it that isn't really needed. That's really one of the things I love about making music and also listening to other people's music, because I know at the end the song that I'm listening to is just the essence, the vision of the artist. Everything else that was needed to make it is gone. You just get at the end something that sounds super simple, but getting there is not simple at all and takes a lot of time. But now it's time to get back to work. There is a ton of stuff waiting for me. I might even be able to work a bit on new music and tell you more about the Shadows of You track when I'm all done with it.
I need more than the shadow of you.
I'm all done with work. Thanks to my management that is helping me to promote this track, I can still work on new music just one day before the release. Also big thanks to everybody else that was involved in making this track happen. The singer and songwriter Ella, her management, the publisher, the distributor, the label of course, and everyone else that just contributed to getting this track out there. So tomorrow will be the release day for you. It's today, and release days are really the best days because every minute I'm spending here in the studio, every minute I'm spending on writing emails, installing new plugins, all the countless hours that go into Logic and making new music, all of it is just there to get to this point, to the day where you release the track. A lot of tracks never get released, which is a bit sad, but the more I'm happy about tracks that get released, and I really can't wait to share it with you, hear your feedback. So let me know how you like the track. I will put a link at the end of this video where you can listen to the entire thing, and also feel free to add it to your Spotify playlist, and we will probably just see us tomorrow again. I honestly don't know how. I just don't have a sense for time being in here. That's the main reason why I'm always late. Today I am so late, I'm even shocked myself.